Right. You didn't have to do that, but I do appreciate that. So I think, are we all back? Or have we? No, we haven't lost anybody. Dursley man, yeah, Matson man, still looking depressed. That's fine. Where was the 40-year-old? Oh, we did. Yes, we've had a conversation. I think that's good. I'm doing a gig in Evesham next week, and I like to feel quite relaxed about doing a gig, so I was just looking on Evesham Live as to what facilities there are in Evesham, and all of you can take this away with you. There's a very good lady called Victoria who offers self-soothing therapies. She's called the Holistic Lady. Prices vary from £35 to £60. And she's got a website, you can go on, have a look at it. How to self-soothe. I'll just read you out the top 5 tips. Number 1, lay down and stretch out your body. Number 2, starting upwards, relax your body from head to toe. That's quite nice, isn't it? Number 3, close your eyes for a while. Number 4, this is my favourite. Give yourself a hand massage. And last but no means least, number 5, let yourself cry if you feel it coming. That's Victoria, the Holistic Lady. And to be fair, I thought for between £35 and £60, that is definitely the cheapest hand massage in the county. Not that I know. You might be wondering why I'm wearing all black. This was my wife's idea. She said black's a slimming colour. Clearly not the fucking lie she told me. I wore this at a gig last week and somebody shouted out, "Mate, you look like the bloke from the milk tray advert." Now, I get there's only a certain demographic we're going to get that. And I said, "Well, that's lovely, thanks very much, but I'm neither tall, dark, nor handsome." He went, no, I don't mean him, I mean the other one. I went, right, well, I've got you now, because there's only one bloke in the milk tray advert. He went, no, there's another one off screen. You look like the bloke who ate all the chocolates. I thought, that's just... that's harsh, isn't it? Because I have been trying to lose weight as a result of something I overheard my wife say a few months back when she had the girls round for book club. Well, girls, 50 to 60-year-old menopausal women, just getting pissed on Prosecco, drinking my red wine, and book club, just an excuse to bitch about the girls that haven't come to book club. And it was something I overheard her say. Because all it was, she said, "Oh, my neck. He's like an egg on legs. His body disgusts me." And I thought, at least, let me get out the fucking room before you say it. But she said, "Why don't you try Slimming World?" I thought, fair enough. So I joined the local Slimming World at Meadowside Primary School where I live, in Quedgley. I don't know if anyone's ever been to Slimming World. It's quite a challenging experience, because I went in and there's predominantly females there, and there was another lady there who was new, and she said, "Oh, you new as well?" I went, yeah. And then she looked at me, she said, is your name Nick? I went, yeah. And then she said, "Those 6 words that no bloke ever really wants to hear. You don't remember me, do you?" And I'm looking at her thinking, oh God, I haven't, have I? I know I was desperate in the 80s, but didn't. And luckily, she said, "You used to work in recruitment and I was one of your temps. You haven't changed, right? Back in the late 80s, I was 8 stone 2. I'm now just shy of 14 stone. And I'm looking at her thinking, not only do you clearly need to be here, but after this, I'm going to book you an appointment at Specsavers." This lady came over, introduced herself as Chris, said, "Right, what's going to happen is I'm your counsellor." I thought, well, I don't need counselling, just stop eating. She said, we're going to weigh you first of all. I'd like to join these two lines, and it's basically two lines of women, and you get weighed, properly weighed, and these scales are manned by these smug-looking stick insects with like badges like super slimmer and I've lost £2 this month. I go, oh, fair play, Jim. I stood behind this lady, and she's visibly sobbing, and her shoulders are going up and down. I said, "You all right?" She said, "I've tried really hard this week." And I'm looking at her thinking, "Don't you have?" I said, "What have you done?" She said, "I walked right to the top of Robinswood Hill." I said, "Well, that's brilliant." She said, "I came all the way back down." I said, "Well, yeah, you wouldn't be here, would you?" She said, "But there's a chip shop at the bottom." Anyway, we got weighed, and they shout your weight out. And it's like the darts. It is like the darts. If you've lost weight, like, oh, you've lost £3, it's great. If you put it on, £2.4 gone on. It's embarrassing. That bit doesn't work, does it really? I've tried rejigging that, but it just doesn't work, so thanks for not laughing at that. Doesn't But I went and sat back down, and Chris came over and said, "Right, I'm going to ask you a question." He said, "And all you've got to do is just say the first thing that comes into your head. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter, we won't judge. Just the first thing that comes into your head. But out of anybody in the world, anybody at all, whose body do you most admire and crave?" And I've got to be honest, I don't know to this day where it came from. But I instantly said, "Tom Daley." And yeah, I'm not, that joke normally works like that. Is it because you don't know who Tom Daley is? Or a swimmer, thank you, diver. He is young, let's not go there though. So, yeah, I'll have to rethink that. Was the last two bits of that story that don't fucking work, thanks for that. Never mind. So listen, are you ready for your final act of the evening? Again, I'm just delighted this young lady's come down to entertain you. Her name is Lou Conran. As she comes to stage, please give it up for the lovely Lou Conran!